Hello everyone, welcome to Globeware, where maps meet motives. On June 2nd, something very big happened. Ukraine launched a surprise drone attack deep inside Russian territories. These drones were not random. They were sent to destroy Russia's most powerful weapons, nuclear bombers. These bombers are the same ones that can carry nuclear bombs across countries. And now, according to reports, Ukraine has either damaged or destroyed around 40 of them in a single night. This operation is called Ukraine's Pearl Harbor by many international experts. Some say it's one of the boldest attacks Ukraine has ever done. The name of the secret mission is Operation Spiderweb. This drone strike isn't just about explosions, it's about changing the entire game in this war. If Ukraine can hit Russia's most guarded airbases like this, what does this mean for the future of this war? And how did they even do this? In this video, we will break down how Ukraine planned this, how they executed it, what bombers were hit, how Russia reacted, and what all this means for the global security. Stay with me till the end. Let's first understand what is Operation Spiderweb. It's the name given by Ukraine's military intelligence to a very secret drone attack. It was not just one drone. Ukraine used more than 70 drones at once. These drones flew very low, so Russian radars could not detect them easily. The name spiderweb comes from how they planned the strike. Like a spider sends its web from different sides, Ukraine launched the drones from different directions at the same time. Some came from the north, some from the east. This made it hard for Russia to block all of them together. That's how Ukraine confused Russia's air defense and was able to hit English to air base, where nuclear bombers like Tu-95 and Tu-22M were parked. This is not just about bombs, it's about smart planning, timing, and technology. And this is why Operation Spiderweb is being seen as a major turning point in this war. Now let's understand how this attack actually happened and what damage did it cause. On the night of the attack, over 70 drones were launched by Ukraine. These drones flew low and fast. Most of them reached the targeted area, English 2 and Mozdok air bases inside Russia. These are very important bases where Russia keeps its nuclear capable bombers. The drones hit fuel tanks, parked aircrafts, and radar systems. Satellite images after the attack show large fires and black smoke. At least 6 Tu-95 bombers were completely damaged. This was a big loss. Russia tried to shoot down some drones, and they did, but not enough. The drones came in waves, making it harder for Russian air defense to handle. The impact: Russia lost important bombers. Their nuclear air force has taken a strong hit, and Ukraine has shown the world that they can strike deep inside Russia even at high-value targets. Now let's understand why this attack is so important. First, Russia's nuclear bombers are not just for show. They are part of Russia's main nuclear force, known as the nuclear triad. This includes land-based missiles, submarines, and these bombers. By hitting these bombers, Ukraine has weakened one leg of this powerful system. Second, this attack shows that Ukraine can strike targets over 600 km deep inside Russian territory. That's a big warning for Moscow. It's not about just damage, it's about fear. Third, this operation has shaken Russia's air defense image. Russia always says its defense is very strong, but if small drones can cross so far and hit important air bases, it raises serious questions. Finally, this may force Russia to move its bombers further from Ukraine or spend more money on drone defense, which is already very expensive. So, this was not just a military hit, it was psychological and strategic blow. Now let's talk about how Russia responded after this attack. As expected, Russian officials first denied that any major damage was done. They said their air defense system had destroyed most of the incoming drones. The Russian Defense Ministry claimed that only a few planes were slightly damaged and that no serious loss happened. But satellite images shared by international media showed something different. We could see burn marks and wrecked bombers on the runway of Ingles and Mozdok air bases. Russia also said that Ukraine used Western help to plan this strike, but they did not show any proof. So while Russia's official line is no big deal, the images and reaction tell a different story. This attack has not just shaken Russia, it's also making big changes in international relations. First, the United States and NATO countries have stayed quiet. They didn't openly support the attack, but they also didn't criticize Ukraine. This silence tells us they are not upset about it. In fact, many Western countries believe that Russia should face pressure inside its own borders. This is part of their strategy to weaken Russia slowly without starting a full war. On the other hand, countries like China and North Korea have spoken against the attack. They called it provocative and said Ukraine is making the war worse. India, as usual, took a balanced stand. It said that peace talks are the only way forward and both sides must stop escalation. So, this single strike on Russian bombers has created waves of reaction across the world. And in diplomacy, even silence means something. Let's understand how Ukraine did this attack. This was not a normal missile strike. It was a smart, low cost drone operation. Ukraine used small, fast moving drones which were hard to detect by radar. These drones were likely launched from inside Russian borders, possibly by special forces or friendly agents working secretly. The main target was Russia's Tupolev, Tu-95 and Tu-22M3 bombers. These are huge planes used to carry nuclear weapons and missiles. They were parked in open air bases without much protection. Ukraine used GPS guided drones to hit them directly, and they were likely controlled by using satellite signals or AI based autopilot systems. This is an example of how modern warfare is changing. Now you don't need huge armies, just smart tech, planning, and courage. This drone attack by Ukraine is not just about destroying bombers. It shows us something much bigger, that technology is more powerful than old military size. Russia has the world's largest nuclear stockpile. Still, a few drones, some planning, and courage was enough to destroy key assets. This also raises big questions. Is Russia truly prepared? Can nuclear powers be so open to attacks? And is the future of the war now in the hands of software, not soldiers? As viewers, we must think beyond just headlines. This is not Russia versus Ukraine. It's about the future of warfare, global balance, and how safe the world really is. What do you think? Is this the start of a new kind of war or just a warning shot? Tell us in the comments below, and if you found this video insightful, do like and share it. It helps the channel grow and reach more curious minds like yours.